right, boys. What's up? It's another Hicksey on the podcast. Matt here with Dave, and our first recurring guest, Joe Shea. Joe Shea, say hi to the people.
How we doing?
All right, Dave.
All right, so today's podcast, we're going to do the things we hate again.
Ooh, let's go.
So, for me...
Oh, man.
All right, so I've been...
the cringe begins.
Yeah, right. So for me, I've been online lately watching a couple of YouTube videos about, like, cause I'm a Marvel guy. I'm a big Marvel mark, and I've been seeing a lot of negative reviews and like people are talking negative about the new upcoming movie Captain Marvel.
That can't be true,
dude. I mean, it is true. People are saying that it's projected to.
It's got Brie Larson in it. It has to be at least a top 5 movie all time.
But Brie Larson.
Wait. What exactly do they have bad to say about this movie?
Oh no, you're saying first of all, Brie Larson is out there saying like, white people are like the worst people ever. It's like, they shouldn't watch my movie. They shouldn't critique my movie. She's pretty much a feminist.
White people shouldn't do it?
She's right.
What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? No, but like I see, like I feel like she's giving the movie like negative press without even people seeing the movie. She's saying all these like negative things about the movie, and it's pissing me off. And also, I'm hearing like. It just like even the advertisement, it's like her fucking all this shit. I'm like, okay, like her hero, and I'm like,
it's obviously gonna be a movie with feminist themes. Seeing as the main character who is a superhero is a female, but I don't know. I think that her telling everyone that white people shouldn't watch her movie and shouldn't critique the movie.
Critique the movie, Joe. I'm just gonna correct you right there.
It was critique. It wasn't. She didn't say white people shouldn't watch it.
No. She said that. She's like white people should not be a critique. Well, whatever. Same thing.
All right.
No, it's not.
Watch it.
No, it's not the same thing.
Whatever. Well, point is she's a feminist.
Yeah, but no.
What's wrong with being a feminist, Dave?
Fuck off, man.
Dave, come on, tell me why.
Everything. First of all, we don't need that anymore. We're in a new age, and women don't get treated like crap anymore because we live in 2017, 21st century.
I just wanted to get that straight. Go ahead, Dave.
You go ahead, Joe.
No, I mean, obviously it's going to have some, like, feminist themes. You know, a lot of these movies do, if you really analyze them, things like that. Like, there's a lot of, you know, these, like, PC themes where they're trying to, like, push this, I don't want to involve politics in this just yet, but these themes are kind of on the left, and obviously in a movie where the main character is a female and she's basically saving the world, there's going to be like females are badass and females can do this stuff too type of underlying, you know, themes. But I don't think she needs to just come out and say like fuck white people,
right,
basically.
I think what they should have done instead, if they want to be seen as equals, if they want to be superheroes, then don't cater it to be that, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, the whole she thing, just have it be like, oh, it's a superhero, and
no, honestly,
just because it's a girl, you know, who gives a fuck?
Listen, that's how I looked at it. I was like, all right, well, you know, because I'm a big Marvel guy, you know, I follow the cinematic universe and things like that. I've watched all the movies, and I don't know. I think that I like going in. I was just like, all right, this is pretty cool. You know, it's before basically everyone else that's in the MCU right now. So she's like kind of the first. This is like it's like a prequel kind of where it takes place before everything. So I was thinking that was kind of cool, and I had no problems with it being a girl. Like no one has. The thing is, no one has any problems with what they're trying to push. Like if you want to make the main character a girl, like I don't care.
No one cares.
Just when you think that I care is what really pisses me off, because the fact that you think I'm so bigoted that I think that a female cannot play a main character in a superhero movie is just absurd.
That's the thing for me, because it's like no one is saying we don't want female characters. No one cares about. Again, we're not living in a sexist era anymore. We're living in a new era. Everything in my opinion is pretty much equal. So I mean, no one cares that the female is playing a superhero. We care about like character development. Like is the hero, like, can we relate to them? Can we like
exactly.
know all these things? No one cares about women. Like it's whatever. Who cares? You know? It's
honestly, we live in the most inclusive, you know, country in the entire world.
Yeah.
And you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, which is why she can come out and say basically fuck white people, and you shouldn't critique my movie for whatever reason, even though she's white, which I don't understand at all. But you know, it's not going to offend anyone. Like no one cares that the female is a main character, the main protagonist in the movie. The only thing is like it's obviously there's like superheroes first of all do not exist. Let's just get that out of the way. But like there's obvious advantages to being a male physically that females don't have, which is what some people critique in like movies where the female is the badass and blah blah blah. But it's meant to be unrealistic, and it's a superhero movie. Like, you know,
It's true.
it's a complete fantasy world.
Dave?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you're right. It is a superhero movie. People should not make a big deal out of it. But the fact is this: you should not be out there saying white people shouldn't watch my movie, even though majority of comic book fans or like movies like that are white. You know,
Pretty much the only predominantly like black area of the MCU is Wakanda.
Yeah, that's about
the
it.
Black Panther movies, and that's it.
Yeah, they made
Captain
a big deal
America,
out of that.
white. Tony Stark, white. Who else?
Cyborg.
Get out of here.
You know, who else? Black Widow, white. Hawkeye, white. You know,
I don't know. I might like again. There've been many like, for example, the Wonder Woman movie. Like it was a good movie.
oh Wonder Woman was phenomenal.
Yeah,
That's one of the best DC movies that's ever come out.
Fell asleep every time, so I can't comment.
Man.
All right,
man.
man. All right, get out of here. Captain Marvel's gonna be all right. Bet. Like
Probably gonna be a great movie.
I bet Brie Larson
It will be.
is not even that attractive.
It's going to be a great movie.
So I don't even care about that. Like, honestly, another thing people were saying too. I was actually reading this online or watching the video, and they were like, they're actually gonna get like a butt double for Brie Larson because she's that flat in the. But anyway, no. But what I was saying is though, like, what was I even saying before? You ruined my whole. You kind of destroyed my whole.
About the butt double thing.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. No, but that's what they were saying. They were like, "Oh, we need a." And again, first of all, I don't really care about that. Like, I mean, it's whatever.
I know.
But
I mean,
like,
if you're a straight guy, you know, these things are attractive, obviously.
yeah.
But
It's not the focal point of the movie.
it's no.
I'm confused now. So they added a butt double, so she looks. Well, I'm confused,
No,
Dave. Explain.
It's for the next movie. It's for the next Avengers in Endgame because she was gonna be in it. So they were like, they need a butt double. The literal description says, "I want someone with this specific blonde and all that stuff."
I'm not gonna sit here and say that girls need to have a certain type of body.
No,
That's
for a superhero.
That's
who cares?
nothing that and that's another thing that they think that we care about that we don't. Like whatever your body looks like is.
That's what God's given you.
Yeah. Well, A and B, it's if you choose to actually stay fit or not.
Yeah, but what if I'm walking around? I'm like 450 pounds.
You're dying.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
See, that's where I draw the line.
Like they try to when they're 450 pounds, they try to empower themselves. They're dying. A doctor would look at that person and say, "You are dying of obesity,"
and they'll just be like, "I don't care." And I was like, "Okay, well, you don't care."
I don't care. I love my body. Everyone is beautiful. Like
It doesn't.
Okay. Yes. If you have a general bigger body type, I'm not gonna sit here and call anyone fat because I am not skinny at all by any means, but
Big boy.
there comes a point where like, okay, this is getting unhealthy, like you're dying, and people need to realize that, like, obviously, like to a certain point, like, sure, be who you want to be, you look good, whatever, but I don't know.
God bless you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just keep living.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we got to do, right, Dave?
I mean, like at the end of the day, no one's coming to the movie theater to see body parts. They come to the movie theater to see.
They want to see the continuity,
great character development.
Universe. They want to see what's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah, the action
that's going to lead to what happens in Endgame.
So that's
which Endgame is the ultimate.
It's the Endgame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm not going to stare at.
Is it all over after this? After Endgame?
No,
is it all
but,
over?
But
no, apparently because Captain Marvel, she's
already movies
phase
scheduled,
2. Yeah, there's gonna be like phase 1, phase 2, and then
so the new Spider-Man is scheduled.
Far From Home, right?
Yeah, Far From Home. What else?
That looks good.
X-Men. There's what Dark Phoenix or
I don't think that's going to be part of that. I think it's another separate universe.
But, yeah,
okay. I know they might get the rights.
They said something about X-Men being in Endgame. I mean,
they might because apparently Fox and Disney.
They said that Wolverine or like X-Men were going to show up at some point. So I think that if they are in Endgame, that might continue. And be like why they're coming out with this X-Men movie all of a sudden, so that's like the origin story. Now there's continuity once more, and already great.
Who do you think should play the Wolverine?
It's Hugh Jackman.
I don't.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Is he gonna be in there?
Hugh Jackman was the Wolverine.
But I thought the last movie, Logan, was the last movie he said he was gonna do for X-Men, and he was gonna be done.
He said he would. That was the last movie he was gonna do for like the Wolverine, but
got cold feet. I'm gonna guess, yeah. Probably,
no, but he was like. They interviewed him for like The Greatest Showman. This is the greatest. Yeah, so they interviewed him for that, and it was mentioned about him like they asked him a question about how he felt about like the Marvel movies and everything, and he said something about how he might be a part of an Avengers movie upcoming, and the only one that's
I'm down. I love me some Hugh Jackman.
No, listen,
honestly.
he's a great actor.
Great actor.
Yeah, because when I think of Wolverine, I think of Hugh Jackman. Exactly. I don't think of anyone else.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be hard to if someone else had to play the character, it'd be hard to fill those shoes. But in my opinion, when I see Wolverine, I hear Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is the guy I'm thinking of. So yeah,
definitely.
So Matt, what do you hate or what do you not like?
I hate you, Dave.
All right.
I'm ending the podcast, guys. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. What do I hate? Oh, that dude who faked.
Oh my god.
The dude from Empire.
Oh, don't even get me started.
What a guy, huh?
Dude.
That's terrible. Honestly, let's think about it.
Dude.
So
that's absolutely sick. Well, first
who
of all,
the fuck thinks of that?
First of all,
that's so fucked up.
No. First of all, who the fuck thinks that? What black guy is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fake an attack with a noose, which was one of the primary way of killing black people for centuries. I'm talking like
they're thinking about it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh God! And what white guy is walking around Chicago at 2 a.m. with bleach and a rope? Please tell me that.
I can't tell you.
They must be really, really dedicated for that cause to wake up in the freezing cold temperature.
Why is he walking around? A celebrity on a highly viewed show. Why is he walking around Chicago at 2 a.m.? That's what I want to know.
That's kind of odd.
He was gonna get written out of his part of the show on Empire, so he decided, hey,
no. He wasn't gonna get written out.
Oh,
He wasn't happy with his $65,000 per episode salary.
Oh.
So his way of he wanted to gain publicity so that the people who are like in charge of producing Empire would have to raise his salary up to keep him on the show.
That makes sense.
So but now they have to write him off because of all this crap.
And that's too bad, you know, because America still does have, I think, a racism problem, in my opinion, in some areas.
No, obviously,
not everywhere.
People are racist.
There are still racist people out there,
but I don't think that there's.
And for him to fake it, I feel like it's not helping the solution, Dave.
No, it's not at all. I mean, the way they went about it too. That's just like. Everything sounded way too perfect, like, to happen for, like, we walking in 2 a.m. in Chicago, all of a sudden 2, like, white guys in MAGA hats and a rope and bleach are just out there to just, it's kind of off-putting. Yeah, you're right. There is racism still in this world, but, like, it's not as prominent as it was, like, back in the day, you know?
No, but, like, here's my hang-up with it, like, obviously racism exists.
Of course.
No denying that. It's always
unfortunately
it's always going to exist. I don't think it'll ever be truly phased out, but I don't think that there's like racism just built into every system in the United States of America. Like, I don't think that the government is like this is what these people think. They think that since they are black or they are of Hispanic origin or they are, Muslim, that like every federal organization is against them and whatnot. And, this is an example of a guy who most likely did think that. So he decided to, publicize his beliefs in this and, be like, wow, America's racist, all this stuff.
He did. Well, the fact is, he played the black card
Exactly.
in order.
No, he did.
In order for his benefit, you know what
Exactly.
I mean?
And he thinks that he's systemically oppressed when he's making a larger amount of money
And then a lot of white people.
in one singular episode of a TV show than probably 50. I'd say
What did
probably
you say,
like
$56,000?
anywhere in the range. 65,000. I'd say he's making
take
more in one
$56,000.
episode than probably 30 to 50% of white people.
I'd say so. Probably more.
Yeah, honestly.
Dave?
Honestly, though, yeah, that is a lot of money. And what did he do? He just took his talents and just squandered it away. Just
Exactly,
threw it out.
he's a talent. Like, there's no denying he's a talented
I haven't watched the
guy.
show personally. I don't know anything about it.
I haven't watched the show either. But like, he's obviously talented. Like, he's got a career in music as well, and he's doing this show. He's a great actor. I mean, he's not one of the stars of the show, but you don't necessarily have to be a star.
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly, and he's a good, talented actor, and he just completely threw everything that he worked for his entire life away with this one stupid hoax.
There's that aspect. There's also the aspect of how the media took it, too.
Notice that he didn't. I don't think that he went to police right away. I think he told the media.
Yeah, he told the media. So the media reported on it before getting any police reports. Right.
True, like, facts on anything that happened.
And then a day later. Same thing with that kid in Washington, D.C.
The one that the Indian guy.
Name? I can't remember his name. Yeah, the Indian guy with the drum.
His last name was like Sandman, I think.
Sandman, yeah, that's it. And he's having a lawsuit now. He's suing. He's suing the Washington Post.
Washington Post for like defamation or something.
Defamation. Yep.
However you pronounce it.
Yeah, however you pronounce it. Whatever. English. Yeah. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I think the media has to have a little bit more responsibility. I think right now they're just trying to be the first, like, CNN got the first scoop or NBC News got the first scoop, and they're not fact checking. They're not getting their sources correct.
No, they're not.
And it's just
and like
bad media, in my opinion.
You saw people on the left were so eager to believe this and get this story out. Like Nancy Pelosi, she went out and she right as soon as it happened, she went out, tweeted all this stuff about how we should stand behind this guy and how racism still is intertwined in every single American person and blah blah blah.
Whatever happened to the news just being like factual and like
there was
thorough investigation and all that stuff?
Listen, what happened is there's an enormous political divide in this country.
Oh yeah,
and the news stations are now picking sides, as is everyone else, and people aren't getting
the news anymore. It's getting skewed.
Yes, exactly. Whatever they released about this whole deal with this guy before the police were involved isn't news.
Yeah,
that's not journalism.
That's first of all a red flag. If the police haven't investigated it or anything, it should not be going out to the media.
That's why people didn't believe it.
Red flag right there.
He's on ABC and he's like people didn't. The only reason that people didn't believe me was because they didn't want to see the real truth.
Well, if you lying, all right, pal.
You know what I want to see? I want to see police evidence and video footage.
Exactly.
Of shit like this. If you want me to believe that it's true, and on the other hand, if some conservative student gets attacked, then I don't believe that until there's video footage and there's police investigations into it. I'm not just gonna say that for the attacks that happen to people.
It's poor journalism, Joe. It's just the way we are nowadays.
Journalism sucks nowadays.
Journalism sucks.
Journalism is terrible,
except for Hawk headlines.
Yeah,
Hawk headlines the greatest of all time.
No, journalism is really
it's dying.
Dead. It's dead.
It's dying.
The New York Times,
Washington Post, everything is just getting stabbed.
Washington Compost.
Horrible.
Another one.
Even like Fox is.
Yeah, Fox sucks too.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Ever since Bill O'Reilly left that station, they've had Tucker Carlson on it.
Tucker Carlson actually got destroyed on the show the other night.
His entire show is like, all right, let's go roast some.
No, literally, he's like, let's have a guest on who completely disagrees with me.
Oh yeah, and then just
And
never
then
let him talk.
Make a fool out of him.
This is like, let's just not let him talk either. Just speak over him.
But that's what a lot of people on the right want.
I mean, listen.
They want to see someone get absolutely destroyed.
Worked on, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but listen. At the end of the day, sides don't really matter as long as, at the end of the day, it's all about news and news being factual and actually accurate instead of what we're getting now.
Exactly.
Like you can't just spread lies and propaganda just because I want to be affiliated with this like political side. That's not how news is supposed to work. You're supposed to tell the people the truth, and then you're supposed to make the judgments. Oh, okay,
No,
this is whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't. This is just sketchy. I don't like that at all. Also, another thing I was gonna say is that guy, like, he's making how much money?
$65,000.
Yeah, he's being literally he was being spoon fed riches, and he puked it out. I don't understand. Like, why would you go just jump?
Listen, people do stupid stuff sometimes.
Why?
People do stuff without thinking.
Like, what a comfy living. Like, man, if you're making that much money per, like, so this podcast, we're making $65,000 a podcast. Would you go out there and squander the opportunity like that?
No. I mean, well, let's see. You said $75,000.
65.
Put a couple things on the line here. So, like, let's say it's like, hey, either don't do your podcast anymore, or I'll kill your entire family. I'd take the L on the $65,000.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't go out and just like completely smear shit on your name
In order to get more money.
in order to get more money. You know what I mean? Which is what he did. Like now.
Well, he thought he was going to get away with it. If he got away with it,
now
he would have
everyone,
been
no
a
matter
genius.
what side of the political realm you're on, it's Jussie Smollett,
Liar.
a liar.
Liar.
Yeah, literally. Like left leaning people, they're like, yeah, he's a liar. But
Dave?
So even the site he was trying to go on, the site he wanted to go on is just the site he wanted to be affiliated with is gonna shun him now because of what he just pulled. So
I don't think they'll shun him.
No, not shun him, but like they're gonna
yeah,
they're gonna look at him with like
Obviously-
a kind of a bad eye, you know.
yeah. Obviously after something like that happens, you gotta just own.
You just got necked.
own
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, honestly.
You can't be a politician who's defending someone like that.
Yeah.
No matter whether
Then you
he's
just
a
look
conservative,
wrong. Yeah.
liberal. I don't know. It's just a whole situation was sketchy from the beginning.
Big facts. All right, Joe Shea. Now, what do you hate?
What do I hate?
Anything you're despising as of late?
This surgery recovery process.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So just
Not
tell everyone
fun.
your story really quick.
So,
and,
Joe, tell me, you certainly hate your recovery process, huh?
Yeah.
Just tell us from the beginning.
Yeah. So, a couple weeks before football season was about to start, just started getting pain, like my back, abdomen, groin, things like that. And one day, I just tweaked it worse than it already had been, and I literally could not walk. And so I sat myself out of the summer conditioning program for the next
I remember
week
that.
before the season was about to start. And I was like, all right, I just got to rest and make this better. So I kind of rested it up, and then started the season. And I felt good and started running around, and it was just like after every practice or whatever, it was just like I felt that same pain, and it was like hard to walk and everything, and it was hindering my ability to run. So I went to the doctor, and they basically told me that something was like really wrong, and I either would have to get the MRI now and sit out my senior football season, or I just have to they prescribed me an anti-inflammatory, and I played. And after the season ended, went and get the MRI, and my labrum, which is the muscle that wraps around your hip socket,
Right.
which holds basically everything together that you need for your hip to work correctly, it was torn in like 3 places. And
When did you find this out?
I found that out, I think, a week or 2 after the football season ended.
Ooh, so you fought through the pain.
Yeah, I played and couldn't walk after all my games.
All the games?
Yeah.
Damn.
But and never missed a practice. So that was even
Humble
worse.
brag. I hear you.
No,
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I'm not humble bragging.
One time I like hurt my shoulder once. I told Mike, I was like, Coach Mike, I can't do the book today. It's like I gotta go sit. Gotta go just maybe bench coach today. He's like, all right, Hicks.
No,
you're
but
good.
it was just like, it was terrible, and it was, since I'm going to play college football now, I have to get this fixed. So I got it done like a month ago, and
yeah, talk about like what was the worst thing you had to go. What's the worst thing you had to do? Because you were like you couldn't walk,
no,
you couldn't do anything.
So they say that it happens to the most active people, and it's the most limiting recovery process. So I've been like stir crazy because I really can't do much, and basically, I couldn't bend past 90 degrees with my waist and everything. I can't move. I still can't move my hip flexor outward, and I couldn't drive for 6 weeks. Ooh. Now I'm driving again, and I was on crutches for 4, so it's kind of sucky. But
I was going to the bathroom. That had been fun. Tell them the story. Tell them the story about the Monopoly night where Drew had to get your pants.
Basically, when you can't sit at 90 degrees and everything, going to the bathroom is hard, and I peed on myself. That's basically it.
That's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Did that several times, actually,
Oof.
So
it's rough.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right.
It's really terrible.
Dave, any comment on that?
I'd like to say, first of all, like, you played the whole football season with that injury. Like, respect, man. Like, fucking mafia level, like, 1,000 over here. I respect that, honestly. That's insane. If I had I'd probably just quit like the first day. I'd be like, all right, time to fucking hit the fucking hay.
Yeah.
I respect that. And second of all, like, who cares? Second of all, dude, that's just, man. Like, what were you like? First of all, how was the surgery process like? What was happening there? What did you do for the surgery?
So I had to get the tear fixed, and then there was like spurs in my bones, like part of my pelvis was actually chipped off. So they had to shave all that crap down, and so they shaved a bunch of bone off, and then they just like tied up the muscle with some anchors and things like that, and that was basically what they did for the surgery process. And I just have like 2 little cuts. They're not even like an inch long, so
Damn, Joe, that's tough. Dave, anything else you want to talk about? Joe, let's talk about your diet, because now, it's
that's another thing
February 22nd.
That's another thing I hated about football. I got out of the groove of my my eating routine, but back in it now.
So you guys are trying to shed pounds, right?
I'm not necessarily trying to shed pounds. I'm trying to gain weight. Well, right now, since I can't really run, I'm like focused on losing weight. Kind of, because I'm not trying to get too fat while I'm, like laying low and trying to recover from this. But once I get my feet back underneath me, I'm trying to get to within the 230 to 250 range for next year with football and everything.
Dave, how's your little diet going? Looks like you're having a great time out there.
Well, before I was gonna say I respect that, because usually people after surgery they kind of gain weight, so I respect the fact that you're trying
I actually dropped 20 pounds.
Wow, so. that's insane. But also my diet is it's like I'm kind of following your diet, Joe Shea. So I'm following some of the advice you've been giving me. Mm-hmm. So for example, I tend not to eat a lot of I tend not to eat a lot of carbohydrates anymore. I'm trying to, I have my your eggs. I have my broccoli. Yeah. I'm actually looking into fishes now, because fishes are very good.
Fish is good. Fish is good for you too.
Protein, yeah. So
healthy fats, things like that.
It's called fish.
Whatever. Fish is that I'm whatever. So I'm looking into that a lot now. Like I said, I don't really go out to eat anymore. I stay with the your lean meats, like your chicken and turkey and all that stuff. So you've been giving some good advice, and I've been taking them. And I mean, listen, I was 185. We spoke a couple of weeks ago. Because I was eating like junk before. I needed to lose that little bit more weight, and now I'm 178 now, and I'm still going down.
I'll tell you, man, it works. It works.
My goal is to get to 170 now.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what to do from there. Maybe bulk up or something. But
number one rule getting the body that you want is how you eat.
Yeah, boys. I'm trying to bulk up. What do you think I should do to my diet?
Eat meat, potatoes, rice, and veggies.
Dave, any comment?
in the mass quantity, because
Yes.
you're
I'd say like anywhere from like.
We just went on a scale, guys, to just hit the 150 milestone. So that's where I am right now.
All right, Matt. All right.
So what's your goal? What's your what
your
do you
goal
want to
weight?
get to? Yeah, what's your goal weight?
I don't know. I don't really have a goal.
You should set one.
You gotta listen.
All right.
I
want you guys to set the goal for me.
Have you been working out?
Nah.
You haven't?
Nah, I have to get a workout plan too.
Okay, so you need a workout plan.
Guys, I have no idea what to do right now.
You need a workout plan and you need the food.
Okay.
So I would say, what are you, 150?
Yep.
So I don't know. I think that by like the springtime, if you stay on the strict eating regimen, things like that, you're working out like almost every day, you could probably get up to like 165. 165-ish.
It's gonna be tough, guys.
No, it'll be tough, but I mean, if you eat right and do what you got to do.
Dave?
And like I said, Joe Shea and I, we're kind of not to brag, we're kind of experts on these things. So I mean, listen, I'm willing to help you out. So just hit me up and we'll get you an exercise plan or something going. That's that I could do, and Joe Shea could just work on the diet because Joe Shea knows more about diets than I do.
All right, so the workout plan, we're going to plan it out. We did this in Eric's podcast, too, where I was going to have Eric make me a workout plan, but that never happened.
Is that the bodybuilder?
Yep.
No, that's not.
Oh, no, that's Connor. I didn't tell him because he's Connor, dude. He's probably got, like, I don't know. I think he does, like, steroids or something like that. So, I think that's how he gets big.
He told me. Those guys, like, they just, like, shit on their bodies just to get big.
Well, like he says like it's all right to have some steroids, but as long as you're like microdosing, you're not having like a ridiculous amount of steroids, it's really not that bad for your body in some ways.
Listen, he must know what he's doing.
I mean, he's a bodybuilder, so
and like you don't have to edit that out either because it's legal in competitions for competitors to use steroids.
He didn't say he does it. He's just saying like.
Oh, he didn't say he did it?
He just saying it's all right to do it as long as you're not abusing it.
No,
that's it.
A lot of those guys like that are the major bodybuilders that compete in like the Mr. Olympia competitions and things like that. Like they're okay with A, using steroids, and B, if their competitors want to use steroids, they're like it's not an unfair advantage because it's not against the rules.
Yeah, it's all about getting the perfect bod.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Workout program. It's going to start today. Just made some trail mix over there. There's some healthy trail mix. Yep, that's going to definitely be part of my everyday diet.
Yeah.
Oatmeal. I'm going to start eating that a lot more. Ate some chicken cutlets today for lunch.
Attaboy. Getting yoked.
Getting yoked, baby. Got to get that beach bod set, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, the ladies love that. So hey, listen,
Dave, you would know.
Hey! All right, it's gonna happen someday. All right.
Dave cuts.
What's that, Jason? Oh, Jason, welcome to the podcast. I forgot you were here. Want to say anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then be quiet. All right,
this
guys.
This is gonna need some massive.
Yeah, this is gonna need some massive editing. It's probably gonna be like a 10-minute podcast. So this is our first podcast quickie. So thanks for listening to that, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications.
Please like and subscribe.
Smash
that like button.
If we get 3 likes.
If we get 3 likes, Dave will jump off a cliff.
We're gonna jump off a cliff, and we're gonna have Dave eat ice cream.
Sure, yeah.
Oh! All right, guys. Well, Joe, another great podcast. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
And like I said, guys, smash that like button. All right, peace.